Welcome to Our Seniors Radio, a nonprofit dedicated to honoring our seniors by providing relevant information on senior needs. From health, wellness, and lifestyle to residential, medical, and legal, just to name a few. Our seniors and their families are able to make educated decisions and live their best life. Find them online at OurSeniors.org as well. And yes, you can become one of our seniors. Welcome aboard.
Hey everyone, welcome to Our Seniors Radio. Thank you for joining us this morning. And to remind you that we do have the show every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. But if the clock didn't go off, whatever happens, don't worry about it. All the shows are available on our website, on YouTube, you name it. You can listen to and watch the videos of all the shows, okay? And remind everyone, and by the way, I forgot to introduce myself, but this is Julian Cantillo. I'm the president and founder of Our Seniors Family. Just to remind everyone, the winter edition is out. Highly recommend that you pick up a copy, okay? And we have some upcoming events. By the time this show airs, we'll have the March 27th, 2024 Lunch and Learn at Red Robin at the Pavilion in Port Orange, from noon to 2 p.m., and we're going to have Ann Hardick, and she's one of the area managers for Dignity Memorial. Highly recommend you join us, and yes, El Fribo, okay? But you need to reserve, so please call 386-516-3969, extension 4, because seating is limited, so we need to make sure we reserve all the spots, okay? And also, we're having a fundraiser on March the 20th in Sanford at the Red Robin. Just when you show up, when you get ready to place the order, just say you're there to support our seniors, and they'll automatically put it on your ticket, and they will donate up to 20%. So we want to thank Red Robin for their co-sponsorship, and we're excited this morning. We have with us a very special guest, okay, Dr. Stephen Quaning. He's president and CEO of MetroHealth. And if you haven't heard about him, when you open up the magazine, you'll see that he has a section, Ask Dr. Q, okay? And here you can submit questions regarding, and they're anonymous. You don't have to disclose your information, just general questions, and we'll try to address the questions in the magazine, okay? So thank you so much for joining us here this morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, Julian, and good morning to you.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're ready. So tell us a little bit about Dr. Stephen Quaning and his background, please.
Well, my background is internal medicine, and after that I went into geriatric medicine up in New York. And then I came to the great state of Florida because, you know, as a geriatrician, we all say, that's where they all go. And I was just following the trail where our seniors are.
There we go. Welcome to Florida. Yes, the seniors love Florida. And give us a little, I guess, information on your specialty. When you say geriatrics, explain that to us. What exactly is that?
Well, geriatrics is really taking a look at those folks 65 and above. You know, we had to start somewhere. You know, I guess the government had to start somewhere, and the definition for them is, hey, if you're 65 and above, we're going to categorize you as being seniors, you know. But from a geriatric perspective, we kind of take a look at it in decades. So we'll say, you know, you have 65 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 plus. You know, and each category, each group are special in terms of where they are in their health, as well as the change in physiology that takes place. So the art of medicine is truly the art of medicine when we're treating our seniors.
Excellent. And then all of a sudden, MetroHealth comes along. How did the idea come along? How long has it been around? Give us a little background on MetroHealth.
Well, when I came down to Florida, it was to join up with a group that specifically worked in the geriatric population. And worked with them for a couple of years, and I said, you know what, I'd love to go on my own, like every other physician wants to open up shingles. But initially, MetroHealth started out where we took all the insurances and all the age groups for internal medicine, so 18 and above. We were very fortunate to be able to really hone in, and my ultimate dream was just to say, I'd love to have a practice that only took care of those folks 65 and above. And we were fortunate enough to say, hey, after the 22 years that we've been around, somewhere in between, I'd say halfway or so, we were able to, because we were growing our senior population, be able to say, you know what, we will stick with the senior population so that we could be experts and proficient at taking care of those seniors and the issues related around them.
Excellent, excellent. And you've expanded over the years. How many total locations do you have?
We have a total of 7 offices. We have 5 in the Orlando area and 2 here in the Volusia area.
In Volusia, and I think you've mentioned this before in the previous show that you attended, you have Holly Hill and you have Ormond Beach. And correct me if I'm wrong, you encouraged everyone who's really looking for a primary and get to know them before they make any decisions to stop by, question your staff, take tours, you name it, correct?
Correct. I truly believe that our senior population needs to go out and interview their potential primary care physician, okay? Like every other business, they need to make sure that they're getting the most bang for the product that they have, you know? And I'm not afraid to say, come and talk to us. It will be, you'll get to see who we are. We don't want to sell you something and then you come in and go, but wait a minute, you told me you're like this and you're really not like that. Come in, talk to our staff. We're not afraid. We do have a fantastic crew up here in Holly Hill and Ormond Beach, and we make sure that they understand that we are here for them. And that's our primary goal, to make sure that they have the best possible experience. We're human beings taking care of other human beings. Will we make mistakes occasionally? Yes. But that's a way for us to say, hey, we'll take that feedback and we will make sure that we don't have that occur again.
Excellent, excellent. That's a great point. Highly encourage you, and if you're looking to schedule and visit any of the locations, schedule a tour, feel free to give them a call at 386-467-4430. And with that said, we'll be right back. We have a lot more to cover.
OurSeniors.net provides reliable and accurate information to serve the seniors of Florida. No matter what kind of assistance you need, from home repair to finances to buying or selling a home or considering assisted living, our team is here to help you. Our carefully chosen vendors meet our exceptionally high standards and adhere to the OurSeniors.net Code of Ethics. Want a magazine in your hands? Visit OurSeniors.net or call 386-516-3969. Did you know that MetroHealth clinics are dedicated primary care clinics for seniors? MetroHealth treats senior patients with state-of-the-art technology and old-fashioned listen-to-the-patient understanding. Call us now for a no-obligation tour. Interview our staff, ask questions, and learn more about MetroHealth's team by calling 386-467-4430. We love and support Our Seniors Radio and Magazine. Yes, you can become one of our seniors.
Hey, welcome back, seniors. Welcome to Our Seniors Radio, okay? And again, we have with us Dr. Stephen Quaning, okay, CEO and president for MetroHealth. And we were asking about his background, MetroHealth, etc. Tell us, do you have any new projects going on with MetroHealth?
Yes, we do. We have a very exciting project, a project that, came about mainly because I was hearing some stuff in the community, and sometimes when we go out to some of these independent or assisted living facilities, there are a lot of folks who would love to have our services but just cannot get out. So what we decided to do is we're going to put our office on a set of wheels, so we have a mobile unit that goes out to communities where seniors aren't able to come to us. So we will come to them.
Wow. That is an excellent opportunity, because there are a lot of seniors out there that unfortunately are limited. The transportation is limited, the resources, etc. And if you go to the facility, you're there and you can see just about anybody. And with respect to the overall, is that the reason you decided to invest in the mobile clinic, because of the actual need out there?
Yes, I truly believe there's a need, and some of the feedback that we're getting from some of these communities, that they're very excited to have us come out there and showcase what we're able to do. Now, one of the limitations when you do a house call is that it's usually in the room or the house of somebody, and it's not really conducive to being able to do a really good exam. So this is really a clinic on wheels. So we're able to go out. We have a one-bedroom clinic out there. We have a chair that's accessible for everybody. You know, we also have a lift, so there's no reason if somebody's on a wheelchair that they can't come in to the unit. And we're able to do things like we can draw their bloods for them. We could do x-rays, simple x-rays, okay, if needed. And it's kind of like going to the office, but we're on the wheels coming to you in the community, you know. Now, I did realize that some folks may need to see some specialists. Maybe he's a cardiologist, maybe he's an orthopedist. And that, unfortunately, we have to figure out, how do we get them to those visits, you know? Maybe we could work or partner with a transportation company, or if they have the plan that has that transportation, able to help them get to those subspecialists, because you're going to have some folks that may need to go see a subspecialist other than their primary care.
Yes, very important. Very important. And we will be right back with more information on that.
OurSeniors.org is the nonprofit 501c3 part of the Our Seniors organization. In 2021, OurSeniors.org was recognized by the Volusia Flagler County SCORE organization as the Nonprofit Client of the Year. Our vision is to provide immediate and continuing care and comfort to isolated seniors in need of human contact. Help us keep all of our resources like OurSeniors.net magazine, Our Seniors discounts, and OurSeniors Radio free for seniors by visiting OurSeniors.org.
Hey everyone, welcome back. And we're excited because we have Dr. Stephen Quaning, and he just broke the news regarding the new project that MetroHealth is taking on, the mobile clinic, and the purpose of it. So just clarify for us, again, for listeners that may be just tuning in, this is a full mobile clinic?
Yes, it is. It's a full mobile clinic, and you could think of it as primary care on your doorsteps. And we're looking to really go into communities where there are clusters of seniors. You know, it makes it more economical for us to be able to go in there and say, hey, look, we have 5-6 people to be seen today, and we're in your community. The plan right now is between a 5 to 6 weeks visit to the community. And if your listeners are saying, well, what if I get sick in between? And that's what we're working on. The second phase of part of this is to have a house call team that will be able to come out to see you should you have an event, you know? So we thought about, you know, how do we address those issues in between visits.
Excellent, excellent. So you're basically primary on wheels.
Correct.
And by any chance, does this unit have a name yet?
Well, I do have a name, okay, and it's called Matilda and Sabita. And the names came about because Matilda is a very, very, very old-fashioned name, but that's the name of my grandmother. And Sabita is the name of my wife's, who's also a physician in Orlando. That's her grandmother. Her grandmother had Alzheimer's disease, and my grandmother passed away while I was a young teenager. And I didn't have all the clinical knowledge, but what I could gather from what I heard is she probably had enlarged heart, died of congestive heart failure. And like I said, a lot of what motivates my direction, my strategy, is really being that caregiver for my grandfather and really again, my passion for taking care of the seniors. So Matilda and Sabita, MAS, MAS, you could also say mobile ambulatory services. So that's part of our mobile ambulatory services, really to go out there and really try to see if we could have an impact of one person at a time, one senior. I'm not looking to save the whole world, just one person at a time.
That is great. That is great. We are excited. We can't wait to see Matilda y Sabita. We'll say it in Spanish. Spanish translation. All right, sir. Thank you. We'll be right back with more questions.
MetroHealth primary care clinics specialize in meeting senior health needs. MetroHealth's Ormond Beach and Holly Hill locations invite seniors and caregivers to explore their services with no obligation. Learn more about our primary care physicians in Ormond Beach and Holly Hill offices by calling 386-467-4430 to meet our team. We love and support OurSeniors Radio and magazine. Yes, you can become one of our seniors.
Hey everyone, welcome back to OurSeniors Radio, and we're excited. Like I said earlier, our guest is Dr. Stephen Quaning, and boy, he's given us a lot of news today about MetroHealth, about the new mobile primary clinic, okay? Matilda and Sabita, MAS. Wow, that is awesome news. For those in facilities, get with the people that work there, that coordinate these kind of activities, and have them call 386-467-4430 so they can arrange to have the mobile clinic come out, okay? And regarding MetroHealth and their primary care locations here in Volusia County, Holly Hill, and Ormond Beach, I can attest to it personally, okay, that when you go there, you'll be treated like a real patient, okay? The courtesy, the reception, it is just phenomenal, okay? Don't just take my word for it. Schedule a tour and check it out yourself. The team goes out of their way to make you feel like you're part of their team, okay? They're there to serve, and they guide you. They have excellent waiting rooms. The facilities are excellent, and the team members, like Dr. Quaning mentioned earlier, he recommends that you question and you tour the facility so that you could see firsthand if this is the right fit for you, okay? This is important when you're dealing with a primary care physician. Tell us, Dr. Q, what is the purpose of the primary care physician?
Well, think of it this way. Your primary care physician is really the center of your care, okay? We know that people have other chronic conditions, like maybe they might have COPD that they need to see a pulmonologist, or they have cardiac disease, they see a cardiologist. The main role is to really be at that center to understand what all these other subspecialists are doing for them, and they will be on medications, and the primary care physician is supposed to make sure, especially in the geriatric population, that there are no interactions or side effects from medications, okay? So you really have to be that quarterback for them. You really have to pull it together and make sure that you're not just saying, well, it's your heart condition. Oh, go see your cardiologist, okay? The cardiologists are busy. They're going to put you on medications. They may or may not know what you're taking, right? They could have a list, but maybe they're too busy to see if it may interact. And as you have folks in different age groups above 65, some of these medications could have side effects. And what I've noticed sometimes is you have a side effect, the patient might get another medication to counteract the side effect, instead of looking at saying, maybe that medication needs to be reduced or changed.
Excellent, excellent. I'm so glad you threw that magic word in there, quarterback, because that is truly the role of the primary care physician, to coordinate and to make sure that they're aware of everything that's going on with your health. correct?
Correct. I always like to have our patients come back after they see a subspecialist just to see what the recommendation is and if they understand why they're doing what they're doing. You have to understand, as the patient, you need to understand why you're on medications, what is it for, what are potential side effects, so you can make an informed decision. Is this right for me?
Excellent, excellent. And we have a few more questions, so stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back.
For your funeral and cemetery, when every decision matters, Dignity Memorial, with attention to detail like no other. Find Dignity Memorial locally in Flagler Beach, Ormond Beach, and Port Orange. Set up a free planning guide by calling 386-854-3565. Dignity Memorial loves and supports OurSeniors Radio and magazine. Yes, you can become one of our seniors.
OurSeniors.net provides reliable and accurate information to serve the seniors of Florida. No matter what kind of assistance you need, from home repair to finances to buying or selling a home or considering assisted living, our team is here to help you. Our carefully chosen vendors meet our exceptionally high standards and adhere to the OurSeniors.net Code of Ethics. Want a magazine in your hands? Visit OurSeniors.net or call 386-516-3969.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to OurSeniors Radio. And again, we have Dr. Stephen Quaning, our guest for today, regarding mental health and everything else that's going on. Very exciting news, the mobile clinic and everything. But Dr. Q, tell us, typically when you sign up with the primary care, you go to a lot of offices, and all of a sudden you see all these different team members. How does MetroHealth handle that?
Yes, so that's a very good question, because when a patient comes into our office, the reality is that nurse practitioners, PAs, are a great and wonderful asset for us, okay? Now, we do know that a lot of folks are being sold that, hey, you're going to be seen by a doctor. And what we've learned over the 20 years is this. Our older generation are very much used to that Marcus Welby, I'm going to go see a doctor. And they're not used to these extenders, even though those extenders are very much capable, right? So what we've done is we've said, yes, we do have nurse practitioners or PAs that work alongside us, and they're part of the team. And what we do is we do not give those extenders a specific group of folks to be seen. We like to alternate. And we like to say that should you call in and we're fully committed, the physician is fully committed, we have another team member who could gladly see you to take care of your medical issue and collaborate with the physician as well. Okay? Now you're going to have some folks that just say, you know what, I really love that nurse practitioner, I want to see them next time. That's fantastic. But if they say, you know what, I also like to see the doctor as well, that's what we do. Allow them to be able to be seen by both the nurse practitioner or the PA as well as the physician. And we also think that that's a great way to actually see our patients and know what's going on with them as well.
Well, that's excellent, because it starts building a relationship as well, okay? And a lot of folks, personally speaking, you have issues that come up late at night or on the weekends. How do you handle that? Do I go to the ER? How does MetroHealth handle that?
When we close our doors at 5 o'clock, it goes on to the answering service. And what we've done in every office, whether it's here in Volusia or Orlando, you will see who's on call for your office. We put up the picture and we say, this is who's on call for this particular week. You call our office, you will get the answering service, you will get whoever that provider is on service will call you back. So whether it's after hours, holidays, or the weekends, you will always get somebody who works for MetroHealth speaking to you. And today with technology, we all have access to our EHR at home. So we're able to then go into the chart and know a little bit more about you, even though we may not have seen you.
Wow, that's excellent. That's excellent because, folks, I'm sure everybody, or you know of somebody who's experienced, I won't say too many things, but sitting in the ER for 6 or 8 hours is not the way to go. In the meantime, you're feeling worse while you're sitting there and you haven't been seen because the ER is usually very full. So it's great to be able to call and you get a response back from a team member who's actually has access to your EHR or electronic health records, okay? And they're able to make recommendations, and perhaps you've seen that team member already, which is great, right?
That's right. So here in Volusia, it's usually, Sam and we have Dr. Savage, and they alternate taking a week's call. Now, we, during the business office hours from 8 to 5, we like to say, hey, if you're not feeling well and you're one of our patients, come on in. Come on in. We'd rather have you come on in and let us see what we can do for you. There are going to be times, Julian, that people do need the hospital, okay? But most times, if we are more proactive, our patients are more proactive, hopefully we could prevent the condition from getting worse that requires them to go to the hospital. And that's what we're trying to be, is a little bit more proactive with our patients.
Absolutely. Boy, and I even heard an ambulance in the background there when we were talking. So it is very true, because it's not, like you said earlier, there are times that you do need to go to the hospital, but there's a lot of times that you don't need to go, that your extended care, your primary, should be able to take care of you, and especially if they've seen you before and they know your history, they know all your medications, you name it. So that's great, great, great. And with respect to the plan for Volusia County, I know you have an office in Holly Hill now and in Ormond Beach. Are you planning to expand in Volusia County?
We would love to expand in Volusia County. I think that this county could use, some of our services, and, you folks like yourself who come in and say, you know what, there really is a need for your type of practice in this area. So it's really, myself as the leader of the group, we have to do it where we're just not rushing out and putting ourselves out there, but to particularly look at the areas that need it and slowly go in and say, you know what, yes, this makes business sense as well as a need sense for everybody, so that we could continue to be successful. Because we do multiple projects that we love to do to see what we can do to help our seniors, Because like I said, this is really the art, and this is what folks need to understand. With all technology that we have in medicine, do you know it still comes down to the art of medicine? And that's where we like to thrive, taking care of our seniors, being the best that we can be as geriatric physicians, is to be the best art of medicine geriatric physician.
Wow, that's excellent. That's excellent. And folks, again, we highly recommend that you schedule a tour, and no obligations. You walk through, meet the staff, like Dr. Q said, interview the doctors and get to know them before you make that decision, okay? And again, they can be reached at 386-467-4430. And we're excited about the mobile clinic, everything that's going on, and hopefully we'll see more team members coming on board and expanding throughout Volusia County. We want to thank you for joining us. Any final thoughts, anything you may want to say?
No, I just want to thank you very much for having us on board and being able to get the word out of who we are as a geriatric practice.
Thank you so much. And be back next week, folks. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Our Seniors Radio. Don't forget to check out OurSeniors.net magazine and tune in every Saturday at 8 a.m. on WNDB. Help support the nonprofit, which is OurSeniors.org, or call 800-647-0868.